What are God's works of providence? What do you mean by providence? We saw decrees. Now we move on to the next. What are God's works of providence? I'll take the help of the dictionary. When you look at providence, I want you to look at the different meanings. It says fate. For the word providence, they have a word for that. What's it? Fate. Destiny, nemesis, kismet, God's will, divine intervention, predestination, predetermination, astral influence, the stars, serendipity, fortuity, fortune, chance, luck, accident, circumstances, coincidences. So which one will you take? These are the different interpretations of the word providence. So is providence fate? Jonathan, will you call it fate?
If you accept it from God, I suppose. That's from God.
Is it luck?
God can send you luck.
Sterling, you say you're lucky? Or will you say it's your mom's health? Is it your fate?
What do you call that?
How do you call that? Is it your fate that I have a mom who is not physically healthy?
More of a challenge.
Huh?
I'd say it's more of a challenge.
No, I'm just asking, will you call it fate? No? Is it nemesis? Is it your fortune? Is it an accident? I'm using the words and I want you to answer. Is it a coincidence? What will you say? Out of these many meanings.
Is it in you?
Yeah?
That's the predetermination.
Is it God's will? You'll call it fate or God's will? Jonathan, Mark.
Call it what you will, if it's from the hand of God, call it whatever you want. Right?
But as a believer,
As a believer.
what do you mean when something happens? We don't call it fate. The word fate, luck, fortune, this is in the language of someone who has not known God. But someone who knows God, someone who says, I believe in God, I have faith in God, in his vocabulary he doesn't have these words, fate, fortune, accident. According to him, let anything happen, it's God's will. You understand? Today it's strange, many believers, they speak the words that the Gentiles are supposed to take. We can't talk a language that the world talks. Yes? Is it true? We can't react as the world reacts because why do people have pity on you when something happens? Do they have pity? Why? Because according to their mindset, it's your fate. It's your luck. That's why we have pity on you. But for someone who believes this is God's will, does he need world's pity? He has pity on the world. And then there are other things that, I don't know, here you have it now, I think you have. Astral influence. You have the psychics. They ask you your date of birth, and then they look at the stars, and they try to tell you your fortune. They look at your hand and they'll say how many children you will have, when you will have a heart attack, whether you'll make money or not. There in India you have many of them, sitting by the roadside. And people go and sit. And here in North America also you have these fortune tellers. And they make a lot of money. You have to just go and sit and tell them the date of your birth, and they'll sit and they'll come up with something. And they believe it. And that's called astral influence. So for a child of God, it's not an accident, it's divine providence. Yes? So, can you turn with me to Genesis chapter 3 verse 6.
And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat.
So, is there an accident in the Garden of Eden? Is there an accident? Was it the fate of man? What do you understand from that? The woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise. So when God looks at that, is it an accident? Oh, I didn't know they'll eat, so let us cobble up some plan to restore. So was the cross a sudden made plan for the recovery of man? Is it an accident? But can you call it providence?
Can you call it God's will?
Yes. Is it in God's will? The incident in the Garden of Eden. Is it something happening outside of God's will? Or is it in God's will?
It's outside of God's will.
It's His will.
Take your time and decide. Is it an accident?
No, God knew all of that before we started creation.
Is the lamb slain before the foundation of the world? Does God want man to do it? Does God want? Or is He allowing? 2 words.
He's allowing.
He doesn't want. But it's all there in His will. Right? And now, because of this, will God show man His heart? Did He open His heart at the cross? So, but you have to be very careful when you understand that. Otherwise, you will take it the other way around. Otherwise, you will end up blaming God. His providence is holy. He is a holy God. His will is also holy. That means God doesn't want you to do it, but even if you do it, He has already taken care of it. Yes? Even if you step out of His will, has He taken care of it before this happened? It's already there in His providence. Providence means He has taken care of it, seen it. Example, down there in your dining hall, there's a fire extinguisher. Yes? Is it there?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Where did I see? There was a fire extinguisher. Was it here or? No, in Yonela's house.
In your,
Yonela's house, not here. There's a fire extinguisher. Why?
in case there's a fire.
Have they taken care of it? The fire has not happened. It has not occurred. But that thing is already there. In case. But in regard to God, is it in case?
He knew it would happen.
It's not that there's a 50-50 chance. He knows and He has already taken care of it. Usually when we fly and when we get on the plane, some of you know it, they already tell us, put on your seat belts and this and that. In case we land on the water, this is what you're supposed to do. So we obey everything, but you know, when our plane is landing, the fire truck guy is not sleeping. He is there in the truck, ready, in case there is a fire. But there is no fire, he is relaxed. But with God, in His providence, that's when you study His providence. That's what, just like His decrees, everything has been taken care of. Psalms 104, verse 24. Psalms 104, verse 24.
O Lord, how manifold are thy works, in wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is full of thy riches.
O Lord, how manifold are thy works. In wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is full of thy riches. Next, Isaiah 28:29. Let's read these scriptures. Isaiah 28:29.
This also cometh forth from the Lord of hosts, which is wonderful in counsel and excellent in working.
This also cometh forth from the Lord of hosts, who is wonderful in counsel and excellent in working. Hebrews 1:3. Hebrews 1:3.
Who being the brightness of His glory and the express image of His person, and upholding all things by the word of His power, when He had by Himself purged our sins, sat down on the right hand of the Majesty on high.
Here it says, I'm just stressing this one sentence. Who being the brightness of His glory and the express image of His person, comma, and upholding all things by the word of His power. What do you mean by that? Upholding.
Maintaining.
He is preserving is not only created, but He's preserving the whole universe that He has created by His word. How is He preserving it? By His own word. Can you look at the providence? He is taking care. He is wise. His providence is holy. Number two, His providence is wise. Means you don't have to tell. He has taken care of everything. Next, He's preserving it. Psalms 103 verse 19.
The Lord has prepared His throne in the heavens, and His kingdom ruleth over all.
The Lord hath prepared His throne in the heavens, and His kingdom ruleth over all. Is He still ruling? Is He in charge? Man is a slave of sin. Satan fools around. But is God still reigning? Is everything under His control? He's preserving it. See, His providence, holy, wise, and then He's preserving. Number 4, He's ruling over everything. Matthew 10, 29 to 31. Matthew 10.
Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father? But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear you not therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows.
Are not sparrows sold for a farthing? And one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father. So a small sparrow, is He taking care of them?
Which verse?
Matthew chapter 10, 29 to 31. One of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. What does it mean? Very hairs of your head are all numbered. Has He taken care of all the minute things of your life? That's the providence. Taken care. Fear not therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. Genesis 45, 7.
And God sent me before you to preserve you from posterity in the earth, and to save your lives by a great deliverance.
So I just want you to understand. Look at the brothers of Joseph. Do they love God? Look at the household of Jacob. Many times we think that it's because I am good, God is taking care of me. He is pleased with my life, that's why He is taking care of everything. Look at this household of Jacob. Is it a messed up house? 2 wives, 2 mistresses, 4. And the mess that house is in. And look at them, they sell someone who came looking for them with bread. Should God take care of that family? Are they worthy of that promises? I'm talking about Jacob. Is he worthy to claim the promise that God gave to Abraham? Out of Jacob and Esau, who is the best character? Out of these two, who is a gentleman? Esau and Jacob. Who is a gentleman out of the two?
The gentleman, yeah.
Who is he?
Esau had a love. No, Jacob had a love.
Choose. Jacob or Esau? One gentleman in the family. A decent character.
Actually, I don't know much about Esau, except that one thing.
No, enough is written about him for you to see.
Well, Jacob definitely wasn't a gentleman.
Esau is a gentleman. He's hardworking. He's not sitting in the house and fooling around. And you see another incident. When Jacob comes back, is he going to receive? He came with 400 people. And when Jacob offered him all those animals, did he take? He didn't accept. And did he tell Jacob, I'll come with you as you are coming back? This guy ran away with all the promises, and look at him coming. And he says, my servants are there, they'll help you. I don't want anything. He is a gentleman. But look at, my subject is not Esau. Is that family worthy for the Abrahamic promise? Jacob, you know that character. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, but Esau wasn't such a gentleman. He grieved his parents with his wife, so...
Just once, but look at Jacob.
You can't call him a gentleman.
Yes. He was smart, he took away the birthright, took advantage of my hunger. You are someone who will take advantage of my circumstances, right? And then bluff the father, act as though he is Esau, then run away, and then outsmart his father-in-law. You know what he did with the sheeps? And then runs away. And then tells Esau, yeah, I'll come. But doesn't go to Esau's place. Pitches his tent outside Shechem. And you know, Rachel died. Look at the mess. My question is, why is God so faithful? We are not looking at Jacob. In fact, we are looking at ourselves. When I am so smart, am I smart? Let's ask ourselves. Am I not smart? I have trusted my intelligence so many times, but why is it that God is faithful? It's not because of me. It's never because of my spirituality. It's His providence. He is working out something through me. It's not because I am good. Look at these brothers, Jacob. They did everything. But did God take care of that family? Jacob's family. When the famine is there, is everything being taken care of? Those brothers, look at those brothers. They have not realized their mistakes, but is the money in their sacks? Yes? Can you look at those small things? They come, take the wheat, but the money is in their sack. Is it true? Have we found money in our sack? I hope you understand what I mean.
Undeserved benevolence.
Yes? It's not because of me. God is, because of His holy providence. He's taking care of me because He's working out something through me. Doesn't it make us humble? Otherwise, what happens? Pride will come in and we'll say, because I am good, God has blessed me. That has happened to so many Christians in the Christian world. They stand up in the church and they say, yeah, God blessed me with my house because my forefathers suffered a lot. No, sir, it's not because of your forefathers. It's because of His grace. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy for this benevolence. Is it true? It's not because of any of my qualities. It's purely because He is working towards an end, using me as a means to fulfill His purpose. Look at this family. Jacob and Joseph, hugging each other and crying. What a touching scene. They both hug and they are crying. Jacob thought Joseph is dead. Joseph thought he'll never see any one of them. So that's when we meditate on the providence of God. It's not only His decree. He has taken care of everything wisely. Yes? Do we see His wisdom in the providence? In our own life. His wisdom. Let's read Romans 11:36. We already read that verse. We'll read that once again. For of Him, and through Him, and to Him are all things, to whom be glory forever. 11:36. For of Him, and through Him, and to Him are all things, to whom be glory forever. Amen. Just to give you a small example, did you ever think that we'll be having classes like this in this hall? Is there enough space more? Yes? Who told you to make it like this? We just did it. We had no idea. But is there someone who is doing all of this with a purpose? Yes? One more verse, Isaiah 63:14, then we'll pray. Isaiah 63:14.
As a beast goes down into the valley, the Spirit of the Lord calls me to rest. So didst thou lead thy people, to make thyself a glorious name.
Here, the example is taken of a beast. As a beast goeth down into the valley, the Spirit of the Lord caused him to rest. Why is it comparing with the beast? The beast goes down into the valley when there is enough to eat. Is the beast at rest? Yes? What does the beast do in the valley?
Grace.
But is it in one way resting there, grazing and resting? Why? There is enough. It doesn't have to go in search anywhere else. So, when we have a God whose providence has already taken care of every minute detail, can I rest in Him? No. Yes. What am I supposed to do? Rest and relax. Why do we worry? Tell me. Why are you sitting and worrying? What makes you worry?
We think we can change the problem.
We don't know what to do. And we sit and start thinking, trying to figure out, am I not wasting time? I bring my snowmobile or my truck, I bring it to Sterling or I bring it to Reuben. I brought it to someone who knows how to fix it, right? But I am in my house and I am sitting there and I am sitting and worrying, I don't know whether Reuben will be able to fix it or not. Then why did you take it there? I bring the truck and Reuben says, go home, yes? Or will you tell me to sit there and advise you? When you are working on something, you need any advisors? Reuben? Sometimes I sit there, it's my truck. You want me there, sit there and tell you what you are supposed to do? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You want me to do that? What will you say? Can you go home? Leave me alone to fix it? Yes? Because you know. Same way. Can I leave everything to His care and let Him fix it? Many times we worry because we think He doesn't know it, I know better than Him, so I'll fool around Him worrying. Now we are going to pray. Are we lucky? Is it our fate? Or is it an astral influence? Or all that's happening here, is it an accident? Or is it God's will? When you accept, look at the world who doesn't know God. They think it's fate. They say it's a coincidence. But for a believer, it's not coincidence. Someone has mapped it out perfectly for His glory. The other day he met with an accident. He should have not been here. And he says, bones broken. He has numbered our hairs. Is it true? But remember, it's not because of our holiness. It's His benevolence, right? Can we close our eyes, stand before Him and talk to Him? Hallelujah.